traders, welcome to the TMT stock market strategy video for Thursday, September 8th. Well, we're into the 8th day of September and nothing has changed. We've been in a range for 2 months. We'll see what happens today. ECB is speaking, and maybe that'll stir the pot a little bit. I'm hoping that September brings on volatility because right now, guys, we have absolutely no volatility. Volatility is collapsing. There's absolutely no fear. I'm not going to even show you indicators because nothing has changed. I'm just going to get right through these charts, and we'll go from there. Right now, we have the UUP. You can see the UP daily. We did get a little bit of a pop back up again, but I do think we're going to probably end up testing 24, which would put a bit into the commodity sector. And I am looking for the GDX to at least fill that top gap of that on 29.30, which I'll show you in a moment. Here is the GDX, and you can see here we get three big moves up. And we're right here right now trying to fill that gap at $29, and then we got a small gap up here at 30. So we'll see if that has enough steam to kind of clean that and fill that gap up. Once we get that filled, then we'll reevaluate the move, and we'll see if GDX and gold would roll back down one more time. And if that happens and we can stabilize here, then I think you have a buy signal here. 3 big days up like this, and we had an inside day yesterday, really doesn't tell me much as far as where gold prices may be headed. You can see here in the spiders, we had another inside day from the previous day. We did pop up, creating one long-legged doji, another doji. So we had 3 full inside days on top of all of August, and then of course all of July. So there is absolutely nothing to tell you. Yes, the holding up at these ranges are bullish, but the longer you hold up here and we do not go and break out of these ranges, it tells you more that we're probably going to be looking for a breakdown somewhere, or at least some sort of a pullback, which, believe me, would be extremely refreshing and good and healthy for the markets to move up again. But unfortunately, that's not how it works, and that's what we get as traders, and we need to understand that and kind of just sit back and wait until something happens. Don't force anything, guys, too, especially in this low volatility environment. You're just going to get stopped out and you're going to get extremely frustrated. Here is the 60-minute VIX. Spiders. You could see here we're holding this 219.20, and then of course the 219.50 up above is going to need to hold if the market starts to revert back down again. But you could see here, guys, what a big choppy mess. I mean, it is just a bad environment, man, for day trading. It's been like that for 2 months. Transportation sector, which was a gleam of hope for the bulls, took out that current swing high, which I mentioned. Now this is really where it gets interesting. So we got room back up to here. The airlines really were the one that pushed the transportation sector up, and that was pretty much it. I like to see the truckers move. I like to see the rails move along with it. So we didn't have a broad-based rally within the transportation sector. We only had the airlines. So and the airlines are the weakest of the bunch. So I put a little less credit on this big move for the transportation sector for now, at least. But we'll see how it goes. IWM still within its uptrend, and IWM seasonality comes in positive between now and November, where the other markets actually go into a negative state as far as the Dow, the S&P, and even the transportation sector. But the Russell here doing okay. Still has a little bit more room to this upper end of this trend line. So we'll see what happens. But we're still trending negative in our MACD. RSI really hasn't even gone anywhere either. So again, very low volume trading, very, very low volume. So you have to take credence. You have to understand that too as well. That a lot of this move can be taken away in 2 or 3 days. Q's last spot, as you know, 116.15 really needs to get taken out before we start to move lower. And also the NASDAQ, which, the NASDAQ 100 is the Q's, made another official all-time high yesterday. So we have all-time highs, markets at the upper end of the range. We're not going anywhere, all on low volume. And our macro picture is just looking worse and worse. And the stock market pundits continue to buy the market at these levels. So kind of crazy stuff we got going on here. Eventually it's going to change. When you have bonds, gold, and the equity markets move higher, something's wrong. Somebody's wrong in the room, and they're going to be wrong in a big way. So as us traders, we want to pick up the pieces. We want to follow when the trend does happen. Right now there is no trend. We have a neutral state in the markets, and nothing we can do. We have to be patient. Okay. Keep that in mind. Let's see what happens with ECB today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.